Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and appreciate you taking the time out of your day to stop in and visit and check out my video. And I had a request for a setup for the AMG EVO here at Kyalami, so I finally was able to get something that I'm happy with. I'm gonna say I give it, I'm mostly happy with it. I'm super happy with consistent. I mean, I'm really happy with everything with it, other than just I wish. Of course, it's always that way. I just wish I could get some more performance out of it. But a lot of it could just be the guy behind the wheel. So that's another thing. It could be just me. But I really like the balance of the car. It's got great balance everywhere. It handles the bumps good. It's good on the brakes. Speed down the straightaway is good. It's right there. It's not like bad or fantastic, but it's good. So it checks all the boxes pretty much, and it's something you can race because you can be really consistent with it lap after lap, and that's what I like. So again, we'll go over a lap and then we'll go over the setup. Now this is with I tested it with 83 liters actually, and this is with like 41 starting out doing the pit stop. So again, I do that because the ride height changes just a little bit, and I want to make sure, see how it handles, after you make a pit stop. Make sure the handle doesn't go away. See, my fast right now is a 142.3, and it's really all around, right around there almost all the time. And this is far from a perfect lap. So, I mean, I probably could have, gained a little bit more, but, I mean, even through here I slid a little bit. You can see I slid a little bit, but it didn't even phase it. Now, this is like the 4th lap or something. We can look on the timetables. I don't remember which, because I only have 27 liters left. So, I started with 41. So it's like the 4th. So I mean, I think that's pretty good too, showing that. And I mean, that's really blistering it after every single lap. And it doesn't lock up the front there. Really, I like that. Or a lot of times you can lock up the left front there really easily and then run wide. Handles the bumps that really good. Here, not sure. I mean, I think, I tried second gear through there. You might be able to make it work, but here is really good right through there, which is key because you can gain or lose time through there or wreck going off the, which I've done many times. That was a 142.28. So again, it was my fast lap, and I mean, like I said, it was, we'll check before there. At least the 4th lap. I know might be more than that. Didn't even have the fastest sector in it, but let's see. Well, I did the out lap 1, 2, 3. So actually the 5th lap, if you include the out lap. So that's like 5 laps, and you can see they're all right there. 42.3, 40. Look at that. I mean, 42.315, 42.310. That one I slipped a little bit. It was a 5.25, and then of course the 142.28. It might actually get a little faster as it goes. So when the fuel's getting that lower, it might get, can get down with a little bit better driving and the fuel going down. You might even get down into the 41s. So again, of course, and you look at the track, it's 24 and the track's 27, so it's not like it's super cold either. So again, I mean, I think it's solid. I mean, I've really tried a lot of combinations, and we'll go over that in the setup. But I just think it's a really balanced package, and really, I really like it as far as checking all the boxes. And I did do a CP race with it the other day. They actually had a CP, in the U.S. competition server, they had a race here at Kyalami. So I was like, oh, heck, I'll just go ahead and jump into it and go do it, even though I usually don't do that time because of work. But I went ahead and did it, and the setup was a little bit different than what this is. And it wasn't as fast. It was a few tenths. It was a little bit slower. And I got caught up in a wreck. Somebody else wrecked, and I couldn't avoid it. So it was just one of those things. So, I actually came in and fixed the car and went back out again and finished the race just to use it for like a test session to see what I liked and what I didn't like. And then I've come back and actually worked on the setup some more, trying to get it, a little bit better. So again, a lot of test and tuning with this, a lot of time involved as far as trying to get it to feel, and, I would really like it to gain a few more tenths, but that's always that way. So, but there's the setup. We got 25 on the front, 26 left rear, 25.8 right rear. And again, this is for sure mid-20s temperature-wise. The toe on the front's a negative 0.1 with the camber at negative 3.5 and the caster at 11.4. And on the rear, the toe is a positive 0.1 with the camber at negative 3.1. Now, you can go up to negative 3.8. I went all the way up to there and really tried that for a while. I really did not see, actually, you saw my fast lap. I actually have run faster with less negative camber. I was running a little slower when I had more negative camber in it. So I didn't keep going down. I actually, I could try negative 3.4 or something like that and see if it would go even faster. But some of it's just the driver being comfortable, because over that one sausage there at the end, right before the last turn, one that everybody hits a lot. You got to be so exact with that, because you got when you turn, it's got to turn instantly, because the closer you can cut that, the easier you can get back on the gas, and you can gain a good amount of time right there if you really nail that, and you can get back on the gas, and of course you're not going to run in the dirt either, or in the sand, whatever. So, it's really critical. You don't want to turn the wheel and the car doesn't react instantly. So again, and that's, a lot with the, negative camber and things like that. So again, especially later in the race when the car just starts wearing down, it doesn't react as quick. So again, a lot of that's driver comfort, but you can go up to negative 3.8 if you like it that way. I didn't see any, of anything. I went slower with that, but to you, maybe it'd be quicker. Tire wear was about the same. So tire wear I didn't really see any big difference. Electronics are 4 and 3. Of course, fuel, I had 83 liters, like I said, but that run, I did like a pit stop and ran it at 41. In the aero part, how I do, just so it simulates a pit stop. Had light graining on the front, but nothing major. And the wear was a little bit more to the front and the rear, but nothing bad. Anti-roll bar 7. Brake bias is 54. And that's where I would start. You can go down to 53, no problem. That's where I ran it. Again, I wanted to simulate that, because usually at a pit stop, you're going to come in. I've already turned the brakes up, brake bias up a little bit, or down, however you want to call it. But, basically down to get more rear brake in it. So basically, I would probably start off with 54. Steering's all the way down. Springs on the front are 143,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 1. And on the rear, the springs are maxed at 131,000 with a bump stop rate of 800 and a bump stop range of 10. Anti-roll bar is 4, and the preload on the diff is 70. Now, here, I've tried so many different spring combinations, bump stop rates and ranges. I've been all over the spectrum with that. Same thing with the anti-roll bars. I've been way down, way up, and it definitely feels a lot better with more anti-roll bar in the front. It just feels a lot solid and a lot more exact to where you're pinpointing it. Springs, I ran stiffer springs in the front too. It wasn't real bad, to be honest, but you just get a little bit of understeer. So I went down one, so you get a little bit better turn, especially through the middle of the corner. That's where you get a little bit of understeers, right through the middle. So again, I tried a lot of different combinations, but this really feels the best by a long way. Shocks, on the front, I got 2152, and on the rear, I have 1132. So again, all dialed in by Motec, and I will show you that really quick here. There's the graph from the lap you just watched. Again, real close. It's like 49 to 50 almost everywhere. So a little off here at the bottom, but not a lot you can do with it. But it's as close as I could get it. So again, I think the graphs are really nice. pretty uniform. So I'm really happy with them. So again, kept adjusting it and getting it the best I could. Aero got 47 in the front, 73 in the rear with a 9 splitter, a 7 wing, and a 3 and a 3 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a 0.9 to the positive. So again, if the car over rotates, if you don't, you think it over rotates, before you add wing, I would go down on the ride height in the rear. One click would be fine, or you can go up in the front one click, but it's definitely going to be more drastic in the front. If you go up one in the front, it's going to be a bigger adjustment. For a smaller adjustment, I would just go down in the rear. So, but again, what happens is if you don't have enough ride height in the rear to get the car to react on turn-in, it really hurts you in a couple corners. So again, if you try to run, I ran lower wing, like 5 and 6 and things like that, and see how that reacted. But the problem is you can't run the ride height. It's got to be down lower, and that you can't get the car to react on that hairpin up at the top of the hill. And you can lose a ton of time right there if you can't get the car to rotate really fast through there. You can lose a bunch of time. And also that sausage where you got to make that real fast right turn, and just those really quick turns that are really fast. You really need, some ride height to get the car to react when you turn. So, not much, but, you lose a tenth here, another tenth there, a couple tenths here, and pretty soon you're down 5, 6, 7 tenths over the lap. So, I mean, I've tried, and to me, this is a really good combination. Now, when you go to 41 liters like I did in that fast lap, you can see it comes up 1 up here, because the front stays the same, so everything that is going to change is in the rear. So that's why I basically just wanted to run this. I know it's just 1 click up, but I wanted to check it to see how it was, and I ran good, and I think it was actually doing even better as the fuel dropped. So that's a good sign. So that means, as the race goes, I think you're going to pick up a little bit, and that's a really good feeling, especially if somebody else is having issues, with their tire wear and things like that on their car. It's really nice to be strong near the end of the race instead of struggling and having to baby the car. So again, I think this is a really good, solid setup, and I hope you like it. I hope it works good for you, and you enjoy it, and hopefully you don't have to do too many changes, and it'll work. And again, I hope you give me a like and subscribe. It would help support the channel, and especially a small little channel. It would be great. And again, I'll have a link to this setup in the description, and all my other setups are in my playlist. So again, you just go to the track, look for the latest setup for the car that you're looking for, and see if it's in there. And there should be a link to whatever video it is. And again, you can download it or watch like you are here at the end and pick it up that way. So again, I sure hope you liked the video, and I hope you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.